Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a super simple but really useful English grammar rule for talking about all the stuff you love to do.
So, have you ever been in that spot where you're trying to talk about your hobbies in English and you just get stuck? You're not sure if it's I like to cook or I like cook? Well, don't worry, because today we're going to clear all that up and make it super easy.
All right, let's dive right in. We're going to start with the most important piece of the puzzle, the one simple rule you absolutely need to remember.
Okay, this is it. The big secret. And it's actually incredibly simple. Anytime you use an action word, a verb, right after the word like, you just have to stick ing on the end. That's it. Not to play, not just play, but playing.
So, check out this table. It lays everything out perfectly. See how for I, you, we, and they, we just use the word like? But for he, she, or it, you've got to add that little s to make it likes. But here's the magic part. Look at the action verb. It always ends in ing. It doesn't matter who we're talking about. I like cooking, she likes reading. That ing part never changes. Here's a great example to see it in action. The subject is we, so we use like, right? And the action, play, just becomes playing. We like playing football. See how smooth and natural that sounds? Okay, let's try another one. This time, the subject is he. So what do? That like gets an S. It becomes likes. And of course, our action listen turns into listening. He likes listening to music. It's the same pattern every single time.
All right, one last one to really nail this down. My sister. Well, that's just another way of saying she, isn't it? So you already know the rule. It's likes painting. See? It's all about matching the person to like or likes and then just slapping that ing onto your hobby. You're getting it.
Okay, that's how you talk about things you love. But what about the stuff you, well, don't enjoy? The best part is that main rule we just learned, it still works here. The only new piece here is adding don't or doesn't right before the word like. It's pretty straightforward, just like you see on the screen. We use don't like with I, you, we, and they, and doesn't like with he, she, and it.
Now, take a look at these examples. They don't like going to the gym. He doesn't like waiting. Did you notice, even though we're being negative, the action verb, going, waiting, it still has that ing at the end. That main rule is so reliable, it's awesome.
All right, so we've covered likes and dislikes. What's next? Asking questions, of course. Let's see how our rule holds up when we want to ask someone about their hobbies.
So, to make a question, you just need to put do or does at the very beginning of the sentence. We use do for subjects like you, we, and they, and does for he, she, and it. But, and this is the important part, look at the rest of the sentence. Our main rule is still going strong. It's still like, followed by a verb with ing. Do you like traveling? Does he like working late? The structure is rock solid.
Okay, you've seen how it works for positive sentences, negative ones, and for questions. I think it's time to put it all into practice. Let's do a few together and see how you do. All right, first question's up. I like read or reading books on the weekend. What do you think? Just think back to that one core rule we've been talking about. What comes after like?
Yes, it's gotta be reading, because that action read is coming right after like. It needs that ing. Awesome job.
Okay, ready for the next one? This one has two parts. My brother, something, swim, something in the ocean. So, think about the subject first, my brother. What does that mean for the word like? And then, what do we do to swim?
You got it. My brother is basically a he, so we have to use likes with the s. And of course, swim becomes swimming. My brother likes swimming. See how those two little rules just click together?
All right, let's mix it up with a negative sentence. The subject is they. So how do we say not like for they? And what's going to happen to our verb shop?
That's it, exactly. For they, we use don't like, and our action, shop, gets that familiar ing ending to become shopping. You're really getting the hang of this now. Okay, last practice question. We're going to build a question from scratch. The parts are your father, like, and cook. So, your father is our subject. What magic word do we need to put at the very beginning to make it a question?
Brilliant. Your father is a he, so we have to kick off the question with does, and you know the rest. Cook becomes cooking. Does your father like cooking? You nailed it.
So, there you have it. You now have the perfect tool to talk about your hobbies and what you like to do confidently in English. So now it's your turn. Seriously, think about it. What do you like doing? You could say, I like learning new things. Whatever it is, now you know exactly how to say it. Great job today.